This is the 10.4 video by Jared Casson and Danielle Benke. Alright, for the first problem we gotta find the angle measure of BAC. We know that BC has an arc measure of 110. So we know that there's a special relationship between the arc and the angle that intersects it. So we know that angle BAC is going to be half of the measure of BC. And so then when we solve that, so that means half of 110, which is 55 degrees. Then number 2, we have two inscribed angles, and we gotta find the measure of of X and of AC, of the arc AC. Since they're both intersect the same arc, we can set them equal to each other because we know that that's just one of the theorems. Then we solve, and we will get X to equal 10. So then we're going to plug that back into one of them, and it's going to be X, X is going to be 10. So then we've got 10 times 4, which is 40. So we know that both angles are 40, so ABC and ADC are both 40 degrees. So then we know that the arc is just simply double that, so that would be 80 then, 80 degrees. Alright, then number 3, we have to find the measure of X and Y, and then find all the angles for the quadrilateral, all the corner angles. Well, we know, since the quadrilateral theorem inscribed one, that says that opposite angles are supplementary, so we take 10x plus 16 equals 180, and 13y plus 10x equals 180. So then we have a system of equations. So to solve that, we times the first one, the 10x, or the 10y, times -5, and then the one that starts with the 13y times 8. And so then we multiply that, so we're going to have a negative 80x minus 50y equals negative 900. And then it's going to be 80x plus 104y equals 14,400. So then we add those together, and we're going to get 54y equals 540, so we get y equals 10. With that, then once we get that, we will plug that back into another equation, or one of the original equations, so that way we can solve for x. And so when we plug that back in, so we can plug it in, I think we plug into the first one, so 10 times 10 would be 100, plus 16x equals 180. Then we subtract the 100, so we get 16x equals 80. And then when we solve that, we will get x equals 5. So we plug that into our calculator. 80 divided by 16 is going to equal 5, and that's our measure. That's x. With those, then we can then plug in 5 and 10 where they are needed. So for angle A, it's 10 times 10, since it's 10y, so that's 100. For B, it is 10x, which is 10 times 5, which is 50. C is 13 times 10, which is 130. And D is 16 times 5, or 16x, which it would be 80. And that's all of it then. And again, we end with a smiley face.